and get back into. There's no need to see the teams bicker amongst themselves, none at all. And so we will be doing. It looks like they're going to do the bans and picks in chat instead. So this is going to be interesting because now they know which champions the other team is likely to pick. So we're probably going to see some new bans. So I'm going to go ahead and administrate. I'm going to try and do.
You should administrate it.
Okay. So ban 1 from blue. They're going to probably talk about it amongst themselves for a moment. And we'll see if they actually start banning champions that the other team managed to pick. TF. Okay, so TF is the...
TF is the first ban again, so a similar situation.
Soraka ban.
Soraka still ban 2.
All right, so I'll let you... I'm going to type, and KDH will tell you this.
Ban 3 is Shen, so TF and Shen still the same bans for blue team. Soraka still the same ban for purple team. Rise again on team 2. So Soraka and Rise, TF and Shen, all bans from the last time.
Not sure why they are...
I'm not sure he's typing in.
It's a mind game. I think this is some sort of mind game anyway.
Ban 5.
I'm actually going to write this down so we don't see any shenanigans here.
Good call. Soraka and Shen. Soraka, Shen, Rise, and TF, the bans right now. Ban 5 is Lee Sin. So the same bans for blue team. The bans are identical. And the bans are also identical for purple team. So Lee Sin, TF, Shen, Vayne, Soraka, and Rise are the bans of the game. So exactly the same bans. So first pick. It would surprise me if they didn't first pick Warwick again, as we discussed earlier in the original champ select.
Warwick's a very safe champ. There's no reason not to first pick him. He's very hard to counter. If they want to change up and run him in the jungle instead, they can.
And he's just very strong. I remember the last time I got to play... So Janna is the first pick. Janna is first pick from blue team. I remember the last time I tried to... I played Warwick. I was in a game on Skype with my girlfriend talking to her about plans for a vacation. Playing Warwick top lane. And I don't remember what happened, really. I just remember that I won my lane, I pushed 2 towers, and we won the game, and I think I left top lane 1 time. Just playing Warwick. It was very funny, just the way that Warwick can stay in the lane. So, pick 2 is from purple team, they pick Kog'Maw.
Interesting. That's a very different pick. I wonder why they're doing
They
that.
said GP was supposed to be Kog'Maw in the chat earlier. So
really?
They were trying to run Nunu Kog'Maw bot lane. They were actually running a team comp that was very similar to one I faced recently. I think they wanted Vlad, Nunu, and Kog'Maw.
Okay,
Riven.
So we're seeing very similar picks.
So we have Kog'Maw and Riven on purple team. So Warwick's still available. Still a great pick for top lane. Frankly, blue team's comp was so solid, I'm not sure I would have changed it. Warwick, pick 4. Honestly, Kog'Maw Nunu bot lane, you might want to change from Ashtana.
No. Why did... Okay, so... Alright, so we have Riven, and then we have Warwick. Okay, so pick 5 will be the helps team again.
Skarner.
Okay. And now we're going back to the other team.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, guys. This is painful, I know.
The tournament was very... The tournament itself was not impromptu, but the addition of casting was.
Well, that has nothing to do with this. This has to do with the fact that we had a kind of mess up, and now we're in a draft mode and don't want to make the game because we want to get it going as fast as possible.
Mm-hmm.
So this is actually going to be somewhat faster for you guys to actually see this wonderful game that we've got coming your way. So still waiting on pick 6 here.
It'll be interesting to see if blue team changes their picks at all. They have picked exactly the same champions so far, and they have 2 more picks to choose. So they might change their mid and they might change their AD.
Trundle, okay.
Mm-hmm.
So if this is going to be exactly the same, I'm going to be angry at them for making us do this.
Trundle and Nuno.
Okay, so yes. The answer is yes.
Well, purple team was the one that needed to do this because their picks were different. So purple team is, well, we can give the list after all the picks have been made.
All right, we're in the home stretch of picks.
We have 2 more for blue and 1 more for purple. Ari?
Okay, well, there's this another same pick.
Mm-hmm. Ash. So blue team is identical.
Damn it!
Oh, man. That's funny. If pick 10 is Vladimir, I'm going to be a little upset.
All right, so we have exactly the same picks. Okay, so we are going to get into game now. All right, so... Oh, God. No, you don't have to type it out. It's fine.
You want me to type it out?
No, it's fine. I got the list. I'll call them out on their shenanigans if they do anything.
Well, they're going to expect me to do it now. So.
Okay, well, fine. Finish it.
Purple is...
Cog, Riven, Trundle, Nunu, Vlad.
All right. Well,
Finally! Oh my God, we might actually get a game now.
This game, that was... Oh, Lord. This game. I'm just very lol at this game.
All right, so we should see all those picks coming up, except Ari is up. They were trolling. They picked Ari. All right, there we go. All right, okay, so there we go. This looks like a much more normal team comp. So we're going to see Vlad top lane, Nunu Cog, a classic bottom lane combo with that Blood Boil and the Snowball, the Ice Blast to keep Kog'Maw safe and also to prevent the opposing AD carry from adding some deeps to the Kog'Maw, keep him safe early game so that it's very difficult to kill him because, of course, he scales really hard into late game. And the wild card here is kind of that Trundle. That's going to be really interesting to see how he deals with that. Jungle Skarner, no surprise. We're going to see Ashe. And with that double heal on bot lane, I find that an interesting choice. Just because typically against the Kog'Maw lane, you want to try and kill him early so that he can't get into late game.
Yeah.
So that's the Janna Ashe lane is pretty defensive, especially with that double heals. So they're probably not going to be able to kill this Kog'Maw, especially since Nunu has both heal and exhaust.
Yeah. I'm looking at purple team right now, and they don't have a single exhaust against this, or blue team, excuse me, doesn't have a single exhaust against this purple team with a Trundle, a Riven, and a Kog'Maw. I think that might be a mistake.
It might be. We'll have to see how this all plays out. That double kill, though, should, I mean, help them keep them alive in teamfights a little bit. But it looks like both teams are going to be trying hard for the late game here. I think this is probably going to be a long one.
Yeah, it seems that way for sure. Especially with Ashe. Ashe is an interesting. Not that she's a bad pick in this team at all. She's quite a strong pick, but she's a very. Her potential against Kog'Maw is a variant, I think.
Yeah, I mean, she does have the strong CC late game still, and the incredible initiate. I mean, she has the best initiation probably of any AD carry. So there is that advantage that you have with her. And so if they can manage to pick somebody off from purple team in the late game, if they're not grouped up properly or they get all strung out in a line, it will be very problematic for them. But at the same time, if they do manage to stay grouped up with that Kog'Maw getting blood boiled at the back, it's going to be very difficult for blue team to win. You know, blue team does have good peel with the, like we were talking about earlier, you know, they've got a lot of CC. So it's a question
if any team could pick a champion and kill them, it's this blue team.
That's right.
There's 2 suppressions, a knock-up, a stun, and a charm. If they can't get one character dead that they want to get dead, I will be very shocked.
Yeah, but that's the genius actually of this Nunu pick though, is that, you know, if Nunu ults, he's a low priority target because he doesn't have items, because he's a support, he's going to be low levels, low items. But if he ults, the CC will actually probably prevent a lot of these champions from getting in the back line to Kog'Maw, and that always works, but especially against Skarner it works even better because he has to really get in there and get back to Kog in order for it to work. You know, Vlad also picking up an item like Rylai's Crystal Scepter could prevent his AoE, and his pool could also prevent people from going back to Kog'Maw. And then again, the Trundle Pillar also prevents people going back from Kog'Maw. So, you know, they do have a really strong, with itemization on Vlad, they do have a strong protect the Cog comp. You know, I don't know if they're going to expect Vlad to do more damage or if they're going to rely on him more for CC and have Kog'Maw do the damage. That'll probably depend on how their early game goes. But that's kind of my thoughts around it, is that, you know, you want to get that Rylai's on Vlad just so you can get that extra slow to prevent that Skarner from really kind of chewing up the back lines of your team.
Yeah.
And you know, I'm not a big fan of the Janna pick, if only because blue team doesn't want to disengage. You know,
true. Blue team wants
there's
to stay in
so many bad things that could happen with a bad monsoon in terms of like Warwick's ult, like Skarner's ult. I mean, I feel like this is a team that really wants to be in the thick of it, and that John ult may cause some problems for them in the late game.
I think, honestly, blue team, I could have seen a good support Nautilus. I think. Well, I mean, honestly,
I definitely agree. Actually, I definitely
with the
agree.
pull, with all of the CC. I mean, not that they're lacking in CC. They certainly
Blitz
aren't,
for sure too. You know, Blitz would be an aggressive lane against this Kog'Maw as well, and might have been really interesting. Yeah, I'm just not sold on this Janna pick based on the rest of their picks.
Well, I mean, I think Janna will do a better job at keeping Ashe alive than either Nautilus or Blitzcrank would have, certainly, but I definitely think that one of those champions, somebody like that who can really get in and make sure, because it's going to be all about killing Kog'Maw. You know,
it's always all about killing Kog'Maw.
It is always about killing Kog'Maw. You know, protect the Cog. League of Legends, for me at any rate, has recently turned into a bit of protect the Kog'Maw.
Man, yeah, it certainly has.
He's so strong, and he deals so much damage from such a range in the late game. It's ridiculous what he can do.
Yeah, you better believe he's going to get a nerf soon, especially because he can also be played AP mid. I mean, he's a very versatile, very strong champion in mid. He's a very versatile, very strong champion in bot lane, and he kind of excels at both roles in a way that champions typically don't. And I'm looking at the SwiftOne here with 402 ping, and I'm a little worried about this Riven in top lane and whether she's going to be able to get in and out against this top lane Warwick.
Yeah, not with 402 ping, I don't think, certainly.
Well, hopefully that'll go down as we get into game and the client kind of takes over here. But
yes.
I do think this will be a bit of an interesting one. Like I said, I'm intrigued to see how the help does on this Janna. Like I said, I'm not enamored with the pick, but maybe I'll be wrong. He'll get some great flash ultis, and actually, I mean, there's always the possibility that he's going to flash into the middle of the team, monsoon half the team into a waiting Skarner and Warwick ult, or an Ahri charm. You know, there is that possibility.
That's another really, I mean, that's the opposite side of the things that could occur when Janna ults. Like that, the one side is that we push people out of Warwick and Skarner. The other side is we push people into Warwick and Skarner, which is about is the best thing that you could possibly hope for.
Yeah.
And it does do it does get Trundle and Riven out of the way. If anything else, if they're coming in to try and get to Ashe, for example, it'll get Trundle and Riven out of the way. It'll interrupt Nunu's ultimate as well. So I mean, it's not all bad, certainly, but I definitely agree with you that there's a lot of potential for misuse.
I mean, yeah, and now we have a disconnect from the TheSwiftOne, and that is not going to be surprising considering that she looked like she was having some issues getting into this game and had a high degree of ping. Blue team does not know that has happened, but it looks like they're planning on an invade anyway, and this will almost certainly go poorly for the purple team.
Yeah, unless somehow blue team manages to not go before Riven gets back, although at this point it does not look like that's the case. Janna giving that move speed buff. Another good thing about Janna, though, giving Warwick and Skarner that slight move speed buff will help them.
No, Skarner goes through the river. That's the worst way to go. You always want to go through mid lane just in case they're in the bush there looking for you. Oh, man.
Fortunately, they were not.
Fortunately, they were not. They lucked out.
Vladimir also happens to leave this bush right as blue team walks in. They are no one knows that blue team is in the golem bush right now. They are camping. This is just the most unfortunate of circumstances. It appears that purple team has managed to completely miss blue team getting directly into their golem bush.
No, they saw it. They were laying down some pings. I think they know they're there, but they just can't do anything about it because this Riven has decided to. Not decided to, unfortunately disconnected. So we are going to see probably a pretty easy blue steal here, although it looks like we have purple team going for the red buff instead, so they're going to get something.
Kog'Maw gets a hold of that. An early red buff Kog'Maw would be terrible for bot lane.
And now ping's coming down from blue team. Looks like they want Warwick to check their blue because they're concerned that purple team isn't at their own blue. So they're thinking it could have been a double invade situation, but Warwick is not going to go face check any bushes. Probably a smart idea. And instead, he is just going to go ahead and take this blue golem easy peasy. And Trundle is going to go ahead and take red. He has picked that up. And it looks like we're probably going to see a very early gank onto bottom lane. Kog'Maw and Nunu are setting up this bush. They're waiting for the help.
Janna's gonna walk in, and there is a bunch of damage. Nunu, unfortunately for him, did not take Ice Ball, so Janna is going to be able to get out of that. But there's the pillar from Trundle, and I bet the help is going to have to flash here if he doesn't want to go down. And Trundle's going to get first blood there immediately.
No, he already flashed and used his Summoner Heal in order to escape Tribush. Really nice gank there from purple team to secure that first blood. It's very difficult when you have a Nunu casting Blood Boil to get away from it, and especially when you don't have boots first, as they really picked on the support there. Nice play by purple to react to that gank, even though that they didn't have their top laner in the game at the beginning.
Definitely. Purple did a really good job with that, and now is up a kill as we have the bottom lane starting to Ashe now alone, but she's got that Hawk. She makes sure she knows where Nunu is, so she's not totally afraid. They have that ward in bottom bush now, and I don't know if blue team is aware of that, so we're going to see Nunu and Kog'Maw being perfectly aware of them at all times. Ashe doing a really good job of farming, though, here on bot lane, even though she's alone.
And it looks like we have some damage going down here in mid lane. This Ahri and this Vladimir are really going after each other. It looks like they are both running some sort of, looks like they're both running magic resist runes. I would anticipate at least a few of them. They haven't moved away from that with the Riot changes yet. And they're doing a little back and forth here as well. Just kind of poking each other in mid lane. They've already both had to burn a potion or two. And this Vlad is winning against this Ahri, which I find really surprising because I would not think that Vlad would be capable of bullying an Ahri in the early game. And Ahri taking a few hits.
Ahri's taking quite a bit of damage. Skarner comes in. Vlad's going to flash into the tower, and he's going to pick up the kill, but he might also go down. Skarner's going to come in and pick up that with a flash there. So we have
and a gank going down top lane now.
Man, there's action all over the place. Trundle chasing down Warwick with Riven's help. Warwick is going to flash out of the broken wings, and he's not going to take a whole lot of damage from that. So Warwick's going to be okay. Riven's jumping around. Trundle is managing to make pretty good time on this map here. So the Trundle jungle really is looking like it's working out so far.
Yeah, he's already level 4, and he looks like he's going to start this blue buff. I assume he's going to be giving it to this. He's level 4. And I assume he's going to be giving it to this Ahri. And yeah, Ahri's coming up. So by stealing that blue, they are going to be able to give the, Skarner's a very mana hungry.
Skarner's level 4 is
yes.
what you meant. Trundle is level 3.
Sorry. He is a very mana hungry jungler, so it's great for him to be able to give that blue buff to his mid. And Ahri hopefully will be doing a little bit better now in mid lane against this Vladimir.
Yeah, Vladimir is, if I remember correctly, from the champ select window. Oh, already landing the taunt there on the Vladimir. Good job with the orb going down. But Vladimir is the highest ranked player on this purple team, if I remember correctly. Whereas the highest ranked player on the blue team is Ashe, I believe. So I do know that little bit of knowledge as in regards to the relative skill level of these players.
Yeah, and he's doing a great job of really controlling this mid lane against a champion who's generally a lot better early. And we don't see a lot of damage going down here in this bot lane. The help has warded his own brush there in lane and also gotten a pink ward up on the river. In the meantime, purple team doesn't have any wards anywhere.
We got a lot of damage going on bottom lane. The Ice Ball and the Arcane Barrage from Nunu. Ashe is going to go in on it. She decides that maybe she wants it after all. We're going to see the exhaust go down. Kog'Maw is really hurt. Skarner was there. It looked like they were going to try for a gank. And purple team doesn't have the river warded. So
no,
that
they
could
have
have
no
been
wards.
Extremely successful.
Yeah, it looks like Skarner is going to go ahead and check the blue buff. I'm not sure what he's doing there. I think he saw Trundle while he's trying to go in. Yes, he did. There's a ward there. And we see some damage going down as Vlad gets very low in mid lane.
Vladimir can stay. Vladimir's got to be really careful. He can stay there in mid lane. And Ahri does have very little mana, but she does have that blue buff as well. So we might see there's that orb going out. She really wants it bad, but it doesn't look like Vladimir's going to let it happen. Although she might just dive in on him here if she gets enough mana.
I wouldn't be surprised to see a Skarner dive here soon with both Kog'Maw and Vladimir very low. Vladimir is going back, and Trundle looks like he's going to be going for some counter jungling, but he's going to run straight into Skarner.
And Skarner's in there. He's going to slow. He's got his Fracture out on him. Trundle's going to pillar and is going to let him get away, of course. Meanwhile, Vlad is able to get back in lifesteal a little bit to get back in lane with Ahri. There she's going to dash, and there, but he's got the pool ready. His ultimate went down. Ahri's got another dash, though. Picked up that kill on Vlad, but Trundle is there. Ahri's going to be shooting a bunch of damage out. I'm not sure if she's going to, nope, Trundle's going to pick that up with a rabid bite, but here comes Skarner now. Trundle has double buffs, and I'm not sure that Skarner's going to be able to take him out. Doesn't look like it. So the score now 2-3. The goal difference is 500 at this point between the teams.
Yeah, unfortunately, that Ahri got a little bit baited there, and the buff ended up on Trundle, so that is a win for purple team, even trading 1-for-1.
Definitely. And Trundle now is not that he necessarily needs blue buff to jungle, he really doesn't. Oh, and we have Warwick top lane taking out Riven. And look, if you look at this creep wave, I wasn't watching that with the camera, but you look at the creep wave, how pushed it is. It's pushing into blue team's tower now with a big wave of minions. And PurpleDango hardly hurt. I mean,
that's what playing Warwick does for you. You also notice he's already got an early Ninja Tabby, too, so he's going to have a pretty easy time now. His armor's up to 72, and let's check the magic resist real quick of Riven. Looks like she has 52 magic resist, so she should have an easier time. Looks like we see another Trundle gank in mid.
Yep, Ahri's going to get pillared right there. Vladimir's going to roll in with the pool. There's the turret shot. Ahri's going to go down with 2 ignites. Skarner is, or not 2 ignites, 1 ignite, excuse me. Skarner there just a little bit too late. So again, the kill count 3-4, 600 gold now in favor of purple team. They've been increased their gold lead up to a little bit higher now. Skarner going in, trying to put some damage on Vlad, who's going to take a turret shot, but nothing from Skarner.
And Riven's going to return to top lane. Looks like she's going pretty standard. She's going to pick up a couple Doran's Blaze, trying to sustain herself through this lane, get a little extra HP, but not going for that MR. Maybe at this point, after losing that first kill, it might be a better idea to get an early Null Magic Mantle and perhaps a Merc Tread. Especially, I don't know about this choice from Riven. I guess she's still confident in her ability to lane, and she has pushed it all the way to turret. She's going to go for a gank. Nope. She's going to ward the river.
Go right back toward the river.
It would have been a great time to go for a gank or a quick jungle invade, though.
Definitely, and she's going to dash in. She's dashing in on Warwick. Riven still has a bunch of damage. The thing is Warwick's sustain is just absurd. And you notice him right now just chasing her out of that through minion waves. She's going to jump in with her stun, but he's going to be able to use... Warwick's going to flash out. He knows that the execute was coming, so well played by Warwick there. But he's just going to heal up with potions, and he's just going to lifesteal his way back to full health here in a minute, I think, unless Riven can really keep that pressure on and make sure that he goes down. But it looks like she's going to back out. She saw the river ward, or she saw Skarner coming up the river with her ward, so there's not going to be a gank there. Nope. Meanwhile, Trundle comes in bottom lane.
Yeah, but it looks like they don't have a ward there, but she is going to hawk shot over, and they are going to see that Trundle, so no dice to see him run out of Tribush with that pink ward, so no problem for blue team. And Ahri's hanging around bot lane now, too, looking for that gank, moving out of mid lane, trying to make something happen, but she gets seen through Tribrush as well, and will just have to return mid with a little less CS. Meanwhile, Warwick is firmly in control of the CS in top lane with 69 to 38. And bot lane, we do see Ashe up about 15 CS as well. And in mid, Vlad is up about 22 CS. So, again, the score has dead even again. So,
yep. 11.8k for both teams. The CS of blue team making up for that kill that they don't have. And as far as total gold is concerned, Skarner and Ahri both with a blue buff now. I'm not sure how they have two. Did Skarner invade and take Trundle? I think he might have.
All right, so we're going to see Vlad move top now. Great chance to gank. Usually see that gank bottom, but Warwick is extremely pushed. I don't think he's going to be able to get out of this.
I don't think there's
his
any way he's going to get out of this. His
flash is down, by the way, from that earlier
his flash
is
down from that earlier maneuver. We're going to see the ultimate from Vlad, the pillar from Trundle. Warwick is just running his little heart out, but I don't think he's going to... Nope, there's the execute from Riven. A three-man gank top lane. Secures another kill for purple team to score now 3-5. Ahri is pushing the mid lane, and I'm not... It looks like she's going to get some pretty significant damage on that tower before Vlad comes back, but Trundle is with him, so I'm not entirely certain. Hopefully she's able to get out of this one for her sake. She's going to land the charm and the orb on Vlad, who's not going to be able to keep going, and the pillar is going to make sure that she doesn't get a kill there.
Yeah, well, I don't think she was really in any kind of serious danger. Her ult is up as well. She didn't even have to use it. And now Vlad doing a bit of trading, but he's going to have to pull out of that post-haste.
Yes, indeed. Skarner finding Trundle in the jungle with both junglers with a red buff. Skarner with full mana, though, and Trundle with not very much. So Ahri now just going full hog on Vladimir, going to put that ignite down, and both ignites are down, but Ahri is going to be the one with the kill there. Trundle running in. Oh, Ahri trying to get a little bit of lifesteal and some true damage. There's a taunt. Skarner flashes in. Are we going to see it? No, we are not going to see the grab. He just barely. I think he might have. He must have missed it. I think he might have it on SmartCast and thought he was in range, but was not by just a fraction of a number there.
Yeah, I think it was just a bare miss there. Obviously, it was off cooldown. He definitely wanted to get that up. It would have certainly been a kill for his team. But in any case, blue team is up in gold. They're about 100, 200 gold up. It keeps fluctuating back and forth. And looks like this Ashe is doing some work bot lane, forcing this Nunu and this Kog'Maw back to base. And Ashe has gone back and picked up a Berserker's Greaves and 2 Doran's Blades. No surprise there. Same thing for Kog'Maw. He's now picking up his Vamp Scepter for a little more sustain. He has been taking some damage from those volleys in bot lane.
Yes, he has. Ashe now with 1,400 gold going back to base, picking up a pickaxe. Ashe has 20 more CS than Kog'Maw does at this point, which is a pretty substantial CS lead. They've done a really good job of coming back off of that early lane disadvantage with the first blood kill in the jungle on the support.
Yeah, Cog does have, however, an assist, so that'll put them approximately, maybe a little bit in Ashe's favor, but approximately even. And Trundle here doing some work in the jungle, picking up almost as many creeps as Skarner, but actually getting those assists and kills, so he's well in the lead right now.
Certainly, he certainly is. We see Ashe and Vlad, or excuse me, Ahri and Vlad having a little bit of a trade Z. Vlad has blue buff, and Ahri decides to ult in on him. Throw some of her combo out. Skarner is there, and I'm not entirely sure what sort of a loop around we're going to see. Trundle is in the jungle. They have to know that he's on his way. They see it warded as well, so they do know exactly where he is. So Ahri is going to come in. I think they were attempting a blue steal, was the cause of that positioning. And Ahri taking a bunch of damage right now from Vladimir. A Skarner just sitting in that bush. I'm not entirely sure why.
I think that must have been miscommunication with the team. He must have been looking at another lane instead of watching it. Unfortunately, he is going to allow that Vlad to get away, and he's just going to sit in mid, I think, and try and absorb some of this experience instead of letting it go to waste. But that's a hard, lesson to learn right there. You can't help other lanes by looking at them.
No, certainly not. And Warwick on top, just pushing around. Vladimir is in mid, harassing the crap out of Skarner, who has to just walk away from mid turret. And Vladimir is just going to get free push on that. Vladimir has Sork shoes. Oh, we have a kill going down bot lane. I'm sorry. We have that Trundle and Kog'Maw and Nunu all at the same time. Meanwhile, Warwick takes top from Riven, the kill top from Riven, excuse me. He got ignited, but as you can see him right now, he's just life-stealing off of minions, getting back to full health. Vladimir's coming up to help the gank. We're going to see a dragon attempt. We're seeing Ashe fight Kog'Maw. There's the cleanse, and the ult from Kog'Maw. Ashe is going to pick up that kill. I'm not sure if she's going to be able to get away scot-free. She almost got Trundle. So, a really, Ashe really doing some work there, bot lane. Ahri dashing in, going to get a kill on Trundle. Really nice ults there, and Nunu is going to have to run out. We almost saw a dragon attempt, but
I think we are going to see a dragon attempt now by blue team, and here they come because they know that Vlad is top. Wow, what a great move there by
really well done
by blue team to not only pick up a couple kills in exchange for one, but stop that dragon and then get it themselves. Really awesome play.
That was a very, very good map awareness by Ahri, and Skarner was also in the right neighborhood.
And really a great ult to come into Dragon Pit like that and manage to chase that Trundle down. Beautiful work by our good friend Uber Noobs as they pick up that dragon, and they will extend their lead to over 1,000 gold.
Nice. Blue team now with a pretty substantial lead, considering the way that this game has been pretty even so far. I think this is the biggest lead in the game that has been in the game right now. So purple team got a little bit of catch up to do. They have 2 wards on that dragon now.
Well, one pink, one not.
Right, one pink, one not for sure. We're gonna see everybody just kind of go back to their lanes and continue the farm fest, as it were. Riven went down into mid to hold for Vlad, I think, as he was on his way. Vlad now has a Woda, Sork shoes, and it looks like he's on his way to a Deathfire Grasp?
Yeah, I was going to mention that earlier. He picked up a Cage's Lucky Pick right after Hextech Revolver, so that's going to give him some extra gold, and he will be getting Deathfire. I've actually never seen this build on Vladimir before, but I have to say I kind of like it.
Neither have I. It looks interesting, though. Warwick now getting ganked top lane again by Trundle and Vlad. Warwick been extended the entire game. He's going to suppress Trundle on the turret. He was ignited, though, and Trundle and Vlad getting out with relatively no damage done. Meanwhile, Nunu picks up Ashe in the bot lane. Nunu and Kog'Maw pick up Ashe, I should say. And the help is going to go down as well, not able to take out Kog'Maw. So Kog'Maw picking up 2 quick kills there, and now purple team is now in the lead by 200 gold.
Yeah, I'm not sure what exactly. I was too busy enthralled by the Warwick kill top lane. That was kind of a mistake on Warwick's part. He did, Warwick's making a few mistakes this game. He overextended when he didn't have a ward in the lane, and that's really going to hurt him, especially when Vlad is such a strong ganker with that pool, and Trundle, too, with that pillar. It's very hard to get away from these champions once they decide to engage. And, yeah, I mean, it's still a little bit of a mistake there by Warwick, too, ulting in. He probably could have gotten away from that, but he got a little greedy and tried to get that Trundle kill in the turret range, because he was already pretty far back and I think safe, and now their tower's going to go down too. So all of a sudden we see a 2k gold lead for purple team after they take out 2 turrets, and Ahri looks like she's going to go down as well.
Ahri's getting dove by 3 people in mid, so much damage. Vladimir right now is level 13. I'm not sure, I just noticed that Vladimir is easily 4 levels ahead of Skarner, and really ahead of everyone else. Skarner now going to meet up with Vladimir and going to awkwardly pick up that kill with Riven going to escape. Warwick having popped his suppression already. Ahri on the tower. We have a lot of poke going down. Kog'Maw ultimates. We see Trundle and Nunu and Kog'Maw backing out right now. Ashe is in the lane with Janna. That was purple team getting really courageous. I'm not sure if it's cocky or courageous. I think it's courageous at this point because they've been doing really well. They've been, the game has been going back and forth. People have been trading leads, making pretty nice plays, making some mistakes on both sides, and it's yielding a higher level purple team right now. Yeah, Skarner and Janna on blue team are still not level 10, whereas everyone on purple team is.
Yeah, I'm really concerned about Skarner not being 10, actually. He is a little bit behind, I suppose, their jungler, but, he does need, getting that far behind in terms of levels can be really detrimental because you need them as Skarner to get tanky, and there's really no excuse because of how fast he can jungle. to not be up in levels on your opposing jungler. And in a lot of ways, as Skarner, you actually need that to occur. You know, he should be clearing and counter-jungling Trundle, I think, a lot harder than he actually is right now. But he has been kind of gimped this game. He has had to babysit his lanes a bit more than perhaps he would have liked.
Yeah. I mean, as you're saying about, his jungle's really fast, and he should be doing some countering even. Especially, Trundle doesn't jungle slow, but he doesn't jungle as fast as Skarner does. So I definitely think you're right that he should be up in gold at the moment.
Oh yeah, and especially since Skarner too can the AOE and also his move speed buffs with his armor make it make it very easy rather to get through the opposing jungle and really clear it out. And with some good counter wards from you as a jungler, it can really mean death for Trundle if you catch him after warding one of his camps. So it looks like we're going to have some group up now from blue team as they're going to try and take down some of these turrets, and they were hoping to catch Vlad out there, but that is not going to be a realistic goal. But they are diving pretty deep into the opposing team's jungle. I'm not sure what they're... looks like they're going to head back. That doesn't seem like the best idea to me, given how even the game is right now. A very high-risk, high-reward scenario, and instead they're going to move to mid. But Purple is content just pushing these lanes and farming up. Kog'Maw getting some free farm in bot lane, and that's going to be problematic. He is up at 128 to Ash's 136, so he's done a good job of catching up at this point.
Yeah, he definitely has. He's had quite a bit of free farm. We're seeing pings go down because I think Dragon is about to come back. Kog'Maw now in the jungle taking golems from Skarner, spitting around. He's got a Phantom Dancer, so he's doing the old Chaos, the good old Chaos build, I think. Rushing the PD there. And we're seeing Ahri getting Vlad ulted and Riven ulted. Vlad's going to end up picking the kill as his ulti ticks off after Ahri's does. So we're now seeing a little bit of confusion, I think, from blue team as to what exactly the game plan is. Meanwhile, purple team, 4-man mid, they're going to push this tower in, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, it looks like there's not going to be much the blue team could do to hold this with the Kog'Maw here now with the Phantom Dancer, and that is going to get hit.
Warwick's the tower. Ash Arrow really well coordinated there to pick up that Vladimir kill. Nunu ulting. We're not going to see a lot. There's that Janna ult giving some heals. Warwick is going to end up going down, as is mid-turret. So 1-for-1 in a turret trade, Purple winning out in that instance. I don't know. Skarner is just at base. I'm not entirely certain what he's waiting for.
Oh, looks like he's
there he is. Coming out now.
Yeah, it wasn't 1-for-1. They did kill that Ahri as well, so definitely and now they're going to go ahead and get Ashe also, and maybe the help. Nope, looks like Ahri's going to come in and do a ton of damage to this Trundle.
Ahri puts out all the damage. Did she drop him from 100?
The turret did a little bit of work there as well, but it looks like Purple Team's going to go after this Dragon. Great call for them, and they should be able to secure it, considering that Ahri ult is now down. But they're going to back off. Cog's low.
Ahri coming in. Cog is really low, and we might have a battle over it. Maybe, maybe not. We're definitely going to see both teams try to get it, and I'm not entirely sure. Ahri putting out a lot of damage there. Ahri's been doing quite a bit of damage in team fights. Vladimir coming in now, so I don't think blue team is going to want to mess with that. Skarner flashing out, and I think we're going to see a Dragon pickup from purple team now.
Yeah, without Warwick or the AD carry Ashe there, they were just not going to be able to do Dragon fast enough, and they probably would have died. A very smart move to back out. But they're going to try and get some kills, and a great
Warwick ultimate is going to get Ahri a Kog'Maw kill. Well played there. Kog'Maw's going to run and blow up on Janna. We're going to see a kill on Nunu from Warwick as well. Skarner ultimate going down. We're going to see Riven get pulled, and I don't know if they're going to quite be able to... Oh! The Ashe Arrow! Oh, the threading the needle! What a beautiful shot by Dark Terrors as we see Warwick going out of Vladimir, Ashe picking up the kill. Oh my goodness. Trundle getting slowed a whole bunch. Warwick staying on that with his passive on his E there, and an ace from blue team.
Well, I guess, KDH, if you have to lose Dragon, you might as well pick up an ace for it.
You might as well pick up an ace.
What a gorgeous Ashe Arrow. Unbelievable.
That Ashe Arrow was one for the record books.
And they're going to get a free turret too, so definitely advantage for blue team here as they go up by 300 gold, but they are still neck and neck in this game. Very exciting. 1 kill difference. And there goes another turret from minions, so a little luck there will put them about 1,000 gold in the lead.
Yeah, that, man, I will have dreams about that Ashe Arrow tonight. That was just such a great play. Nunu Kog'Maw now doing what Nunu Kog'Maw does best and killing Warwick. Chasing him down from here to here. So, you know, the chase is on from Nunu Kog'Maw. as 'twere. And Nunu with Oracles now, they're going to check out Baron, and they're going to find that there are no wards there, even though Ashe is hawkshotting. So they might try for it.
They will try for it, and that's the problem, is that when you get greedy and Warwick needs the race from the jungle, sometimes you can make a mistake and get out of position and end up giving the other team a free Baron. Really dangerous play here, and I don't think they're going to have any problem with this Kog'Maw with Phantom Dancer getting that Baron. As you can see, they're all milling around the middle trying to spread out the damage from the
Ashe
Baron.
is there, but we're going to see him go in and try it anyway. Vladimir pools. We're going to see Riven taking a bunch of damage. Skarner going in. We might try it. We're going to see a Smite Steal attempt. And who got it? It looks like Purple Team ended up with that. So we're going to see a lot of damage going out from Ahri. They did get Baron, but it looks like we might see another ace. Kog'Maw and Ahri doing a bunch of damage. So there you have it. Kog'Maw's going to blow up on Ashe. So Baron went to Purple Team, but Blue Team picked up an ace. All things said and done, we are still only a 400 gold difference.
This game is hilarious. Well, I have to eat my words on that one. And they did manage to 4v5 them at Baron and win that fight, even though they did get Baron, so it ended up being rather even as long as Blue Team doesn't manage to get any extra turrets. And it looks like they might just go ahead and get this one at base. I don't think they're going to get an inhib, considering that Nunu's up and Trundle and Vlad are up right now. But they will get this turret, I imagine, and that will give them, again, about 1,000 gold lead, 2,000 gold. I suppose they have 1,000 gold lead right now, and there it goes. So they're going to be a little bit up, and they're going to start running.
Yep, there we go. Everyone is out. Nunu with his ice ball, just making sure nobody gets anywhere. He's going to keep ice balling. Warwick is going to get jumped on by every single member of Purple Team if he can't get out. There's another ice ball from Nunu. Warwick being chased from turret all the way into his own jungle by Blue Team. That Nunu ice ball really just ruining his day. And it's been sort of that way all game, I think.
Yeah, Warwick went with the Frozen Heart pick for Kog'Maw, so that Vlad chasing him with all that MR, or with all that magic damage when he doesn't have much MR, is going to be quite deadly.
It is for sure. And we're seeing this game is about as neck and neck as I've seen a game probably ever.
Yeah, I mean, he's yeah, Warwick's down at 84 MR, and it looks like Vlad picked up that cages early, but he didn't plan to go for it late. He picked it up early for the extra, kind of gold per 10 seconds, and he picked up a Rabadon's instead of getting that Deathfire on it. It looks like he will be building Deathfire now, however.
Well, it also might be turning into a Rylai's. I'm not entirely certain. He might turn the AP book into a Rylai's. Cage's pick obviously won't turn it.
Yeah, I mean, worried there for a second, buddy.
Dude, Rylai's. We see Vlad now going back, so we might see what he's gonna buy. He has 900 gold. Kog'Maw right now has 1,800 gold, and Janna has 1,300 gold. The people with the most gold on each team, just sitting in the pocket. So who knows what Kog'Maw will do when he goes back? I would guess something that looks like an Infinity Edge, but I could be, or a Bloodthirster. It really depends, I guess.
And they're going to be going for this naked inhib. This should be a very interesting fight as they come in, and they're going to try and push the pressure down and dare Purple Team to get up there with their suppression and their Skarner ult, which are back up now. So I'm not sure. I don't think they're going to have to just let this go. Purple Team doesn't have a very strong initiate, and yeah, that's...
There's the initiate from Vlad with the ultimate. We're going to see a lot of stuff go down. Ahri's going to pick up Vladimir. The arrow was used. Nunu gets pushed out by that Janna ultimate. Trundle's going to get Ahri, and it looks like Ashe is going to pick up Riven. We see a bunch of people running in. Nunu's very low. We're going to see Janna pick up Nunu, strangely enough. Skarner is going to ult Trundle, and Kog'Maw is going to have to run out. Warwick and Skarner both still at almost full health, as is the help. Ashe is taking a bit of damage, but she's going to be able to lifesteal it back up with her Vamp Scepter, and it looks like we're going to see a push into the towers from Purple Team.
Yeah, and you'll notice there, by the way, that the Help had a great ultimate into their team, that it knocked somebody close to Ashe, but he couldn't really control that, and Skarner did a great job coming back. That's probably why, actually, Skarner picked up the Oracle instead of Janna, because they probably said, Janna, you need to go into the middle of their team and ult, and if you die, well, who cares? But, it's going to break them up in a way that Skarner and Warwick and Ashe can pick them off effectively, and they're going to go ahead and get those two turrets and have to run from this Vlad and Kog'Maw, and the Help is going to do a great job of living, and of course, that Janna passive probably going to save this team right now.
Yeah, I think it is. Warwick's still taking a bunch of damage from Kog'Maw because he just has that little bit of range, and it doesn't look like they're going to pick him off. So, that could have been GG, but Purple Team coming back just in the nick of time. The Nexus is now naked, but everyone is up, and healthy. They're going to try for a dragon here, and I don't think they're going to have any problems taking it as purple team or blue team is not in a position to do anything but run away at this point.
And with the inhib down on the naked nexus, you know, that's pretty much going to be a free Baron for blue team.
Almost. Well, I mean, purple team is pretty far pushed out at the moment, but I would agree with you. They're not going to be able to afford going back in there and trying to attempt a Baron, a counter Baron with their Nexus completely exposed.
And Warwick getting a second Shurelius, that doesn't surprise me either. This is a team that needs to engage hard with Warwick and Skarner. That's a great pickup and should give him, you know, of course, the extra cooldowns as well, so he can spam his Hungering Strike more effectively and keep his HP up. So great pickup there. I love the double Shurelius on this comp. Makes it very effective. And let's see here. This Vlad has not... He looks like he is picking up a Giant's Belt now. Looks like you were right about that Amp Tome, KDH. He might, in fact, be building that Rylai's. It's going to be a little late, I think, for it to be doing a lot of work. But perhaps he'll get it before the end of this game, and he can pull it out and save his team here.
That's true. And Ashe picked up a Guardian Angel. So in the event that they do manage to kill her, like last team fight, they tried to go straight for Ashe, and Ashe was able to stay alive and not die in that affair. Now she has a Guardian Angel, which is going to make sure she stays alive and doesn't die at least once.
Yeah,
so,
and with her crits with that Vamp Scepter too, she's going to be stealing so much. I assume that she actually has, you know, the Vampirism Masteries as well that will give her an extra little bit of lifesteal. Yeah, 13% lifesteal there. She does, in fact, have the Vampirism Masteries, so it's going to be really difficult with her big IE crits in order to keep her down, and then she'll res and start auto-attacking again. And it looks like they are setting up for Baron. They do have the timer on this, and they're just going to put down a ton of wards. They've got total vision coverage, and we do not see an Oracle for purple team. Oh, we do. It's on Nunu. Excuse me. And but they're just going to bait Baron because Skarner has it. They're just going to wait in this bush. Oh, this is going to get ugly.
Here it comes. There's the charm from Ari. All the damage with the orbs. Kog'Maw's going to go down instantaneously. Well played there. We're going to see Riven actually pick up Janna. Warwick's going to pick up Nunu. Trundle's very low. We're going to see a bunch of damage going down. Ari's going to pick up Trundle. Riven's going to pick up Ari. Riven's doing a lot of work. Vladimir's in there. Ashe's Guardian Angel was popped. Skarner's going to ultimate. And there we're going to see the ace from blue team. Skarner, Skarner, Warwick, and Ashe are all still alive. And the Baron is not necessary. They're going to run into purple team's base and take out the Nexus.
Yeah, no problem. Those turrets being down is pretty much a final fight. Great idea there. I mean, it could have been executed a little better. Again, the help went in and blasted his ult immediately and died, just like I thought he would, given this team comp. Very good call there, just to sacrifice Janna and keep that Oracle on Skarner in this particular comp and against this team. So, great work there by blue team. I guess, is this a best of 3? I assume it is.
Presumably it's a best of 3, yes. So that let me just make sure here that it is in fact best of 3. What a game one.
That was a very exciting game. Very exciting game.
Game one, I just can't even believe how fantastic that it was. Both teams had some incredible plays. Oh no, it's not best of 3. It's apparently single elimination.
Oh, damn. Brutal.
Yeah.
Kyle's turning on his sink.
Yes, Kyle's sister is. So, man, single elimination all the way. Yep. So purple team is now out of the tournament. This tournament is structured to go very fast. It's going to be done entirely in one night. So it looks like we are into the next round.
Very interesting. So I'm going to put on some music while KDH and I discuss what is actually going on with the rest of this tournament. We will have more games for you on this stream coming up very shortly. We're just going to figure some things out. So enjoy. I'm going to put on some Area of Defect for you.
Booyah.
Booyah.
Welcome to the Noxian Dynasty. It's notorious K.A. to the T. I'm the queen of the riff noob. Check it how I've been spinning to win on whole team since the fatal lotus. It's like a truck while I'm stacking gun leads. I'll be shining like a star. Better pack your sunshades. This'll stop cat just a bit of hard CC, blow the whistle on that red card
Hope
referee.
you brought your umbrella, cause I'm making it swain. I'm the master tactician with infinite sustain. T-Swain in the lane, I'm the cock of the walk. Impressing all the ladies with a ravenous flock. Strategically flank ya in order to beat ya. Oh, who am I kidding? I'll just morph and eat ya. Keep beating you, cravings till morale improves. Till then you're stuck here. Quote the raven, never move.
You can't pay